I'm running for president. President, representative of the world. And first and foremost, as I cut through all the bullshit, in order to be your representative of the globe, I must speak the truth. And no other politician out there speaks the truth, directly running against any politician who believes that they stand for the truth, and yet they do not speak the truth. So you want solutions? I'll give you your solutions. First, let me start by calling out the banking system and the banker families. You know who you are. Funders of the secret shadow government and other politicians that won't speak out about this. I just want to address you first. Do you really believe that the American public public believes that you know nothing about the corruption at the Federal Reserve or the corruption in the banking system? Do you expect us to believe that you know nothing of this? And you are running for president, and you are the president of the United States of America. And yet, you speak of nothing that sounds like truth. I want to call them out first. I also want to call out all the banker families and corporate elites as well. What am I going to do to end corruption? First, I'm going to need all of you in the public. What we're going to do is we're going to create a transparent system. And it's going to be broken down into international, national, state, and local levels. This transparent system will involve a transparent voting process where your vote can be shown in real time, at all times. Every vote, everyone counts. And you'll be able to see that data. No longer will there be paper ballots where you vote and you don't know where your vote goes. You just take it on good faith that you're voting for the right person and that it will be counted as trustful and honesty. Those days are done with. So what we're going to do is institute a new transparent system where every vote counts and every vote is transparent. It will be done with digital technology, and you will see your vote in real time at all times for any subject, any topic, any discussion. So that's solution number one, is we're going to create a new polling system, and it's going to be transparent, and it's going to be real time, and it's going to be on all the time. It's going to be broken down at international, national, state, and local levels, where the priorities will naturally sort themselves out as each topic and issue is voted on. And we give ourselves the time to look at each issue and to make a pure, democratic, transparent decision on each issue. That's solution number one. Solution number two will involve how to eliminate the corruption in the banking system and the corruption through the corporate system and the corporate elites. How we're going to eliminate that is, while we use the transparent voting system, we are going to form councils at the local, state, national, and international levels. Representatives will naturally be picked through an evolvement of creating a new form of democracy, which will also be live streamed, broadcasted at all times, 24/7, all the time, in real time, over each issue. You will create democracy platforms where people in each town will organize. Everyone, anyone can actually express their views or opinions on any topic or discussion. They will be viewed and aired through media channels that the public will create for themselves. And if the government or any other entity wants to fund this process, we will welcome those funds to go ahead and start that process. But we do not need corporate elitism or any of the banking families or Illuminati to fund this system, because we can do it ourselves. But if they would like to donate to this fund, we'll gladly accept. And what we're going to do is create a new democracy platform and new councils where everyone gets to speak. They will be broadcast and recorded in a digital library. And all those who are witnessing the live broadcast and even the broadcast thereafter can vote on each person who speaks about it. And there will be a natural evolvement of who receives the most hits and most votes, and they will be elected the new representatives through this transparent system. And yes, that means that all you politicians out there and everyone in the media, you are, and this is a warning, and I will warn you ahead of time, you are in danger of losing your job because you don't speak anything of the truth, and therefore that means you are incompetent. Every senator, governor, mayor, politician, president, vice president, anyone in the military, anyone who is not speaking out about the truth in the media or in corporate elitism, you are now in danger of losing your job. We are taking the power back, and we no longer need you, because this system will naturally evolve people at the grassroots level because they hold more truth than you do, because we have lost faith in all of our politicians and all of our representatives in this old, outdated paper government. So as this new democracy takes root, those of you who want to actually voice your opinion, and anybody can, including the elites, will be voted upon. And if you receive and speak more truth and resonate with that truth, then you will be elected at the heads of these councils. That's how representation will be elected, and it will be elected from a grassroots level at each platform, from the local, state, national, and international levels. And as the person gains popularity through this new democracy, they will be born from the grassroots level. And thus the votes will be transparently open and available to everybody to see that this person actually really was voted in by the people. And if you want to discuss the percentages of what majority rules, then we as a public can vote on it. Once again, every topic and issue can be voted on, and you will get to see that data in real time to show you what the public really thinks about all these issues on the local, state, national, international level. Media will be created, so jobs will be created from this, as new media will spring up in every town. I recommend that funding can be pushed and funneled towards the creation of using digital technologies and creating platforms that are open to the public, such as the community center, the library, city hall, and any place that they would like to host open platforms for public to express their views and opinions, thus receiving votes for those who can encapsulate the actual energies of the times. And that's how that voting process will work. The financial system. After we eliminate this banking sector of corruption, I do recommend that those who are going to be investigated and those who are found guilty of criminality, and all banking families and all corporate elites who are guilty of bad investments and fraudulent investments, to return all monies that have been stolen through this debt system to the public. I would like that first and foremost as a priority. Once again, the public can vote upon it. If that is the case, you will find that hundreds and hundreds of trillions of dollars have been stolen from the world's public and have been stashed away for these elites to do as they please with the creation of our reality. And that is no longer going to be the truth. So all that money that they've stolen has now become ours. That I recommend. If that is not the case, and they can somehow scapegoat it, I recommend that anyone who does have money, and there are a lot of wealthy citizens, to pull together with these councils and to donate money into an open fund that is open and transparent, to create a new open, transparent banking system. where all monies are open and transparent, where all monies are open to the public to be viewed, to be collected, and anyone can donate money, where everyone has an equal seat to express their views over the money, and everyone has an equal vote to vote where that money goes to and where it's allocated. So there's going to be new open, transparent banking systems that will spring up all through the world that we can do on our own. We don't need all the money that they've stolen from us. We can do it on our own. We'll collect this money into an open, transparent pool. The representatives will reflect the issues. They won't have control over the money other than their singular vote, just like everyone else has a singular vote. All the representatives will do is reflect that data to the public to show you what the public is viewing and considering about this collected money. So it doesn't matter if there's a wealthy citizen in your town. He's not or she's not going to be able to buy her way into the political scene because he or her vote counts as one vote on that money. Just because they donate $20 million to the fund doesn't mean that they have any political sway, other than if they are voted because they can encapsulate the consciousness of the times. Then they will have more of a representation of the councils. So I hope you're following. That's one solution for the financial system. It's going to be open and transparent. Obviously, you can see that by creating open transparency, you can eventually merge and open media that is available to all. You will eventually see that you can easily merge these concepts with anyone within the public domain and also with the educational domain as well. So a lot of these monies can be allocated for the purchase of digital technologies to put in our schools, to put it in our businesses, and to interconnect those to these councils so that we all can share information and knowledge about one another and about what we do. This will allow the emergence of educational centers with the emergence of real jobs that exist. So students can actually pick what they want, how they want it in their career, and go ahead and research that career all at the push of a button and connect with people in real time, in the real world, in their local town, state, nation, or planet. So that emergence will be an inevitability at some point. Healthcare. Healthcare is such a big issue because everyone gets in a tivy about what this is going to be like. And the only thing that I can say, because once again, we're talking about democracy, we're talking about free speech, and we're allowing people to speak, and we're allowing people to have and respect their platform so that they can speak about any subject that they wish. And this is what I'm doing right now. In the subject of healthcare, what I'm going to submit to the consciousness, to the collective consciousness, and to the public, to the republic, is that there are secret, not necessarily secret, but there are patents that the corporate elites and that the banking elites have bought out and suppressed and kept for themselves. Advanced technologies that cure every single disease on this planet. There's cures for every disease and every form of cancer right now, already patented, hidden away by the U.S. government and any other secretive government around the world. These secret societies that believe that they have some sort of entitlement to reality because they've collected more treasure over time. This is going to be ripped apart from our planet forever. That is no longer going to be the case. You want to talk about truth? Let's talk about truth. I demand the release of those patents to start curing disease and to end the sickness on this planet once and for all. You can easily research these patents. They do exist. So healthcare has been taken care of on one level. I also submit the creation of sustainable practices that these councils that you will form in the new democracy are not with the intention of profit, because it's the intention and the principle of your business that runs the business. Okay? And if we're going to create a governmental system that outcompetes the elite Illuminati system, then we must create one that is not of profit like theirs is. Because their system instills greed within the consciousness, and it instills separation. And we're done with that. So what we're going to do now is create new core principles that will be agreed upon through this entire system. And I would like to submit ideas so that you may digest them and vote on these concepts. One of them is self-sustainable practices. Self-sustainable practices and self-sustainable environments in government means that you are creating an idea that is for the good of all humankind. That is a simple principle that an entire business can be constructed around. That creates space that even if you don't know the answer, you at least create the space to work towards the answer, to try to find something better than what's going on. That's what that means. That's what principles mean within this new governmental system. And that's what's going to happen. So I submit this idea to the public conscious to be digested and to be voted upon. And that is self-sustainable practices. And this includes community gardens to cut down cost in any way, shape, or form. Because if you're going to be investing in this community and you're going to be a part of this community, then and your idea is not for the sake of profit and it's for the sake of sustainability, then your investment is a perpetual one. Perpetual in the means of self-sustainability. And I recommend community gardens, and you can create jobs and you can create educational centers based around these community gardens. You can study soil compositions, and you can actually pull within the community those who know anything about horticulture and agriculture to assist with these community projects. So everyone gets involved. And this will also help with the healthcare issue, with causing with the actual prevention of disease instead of the treatment from the pharmaceutical racket that has been instilled by the corporate elites. So there's another solution. Energy technologies, free energy technologies. Self-sustainability, if you look at the energies that exist today, nuclear waste, well, there's nuclear waste. So that isn't for the greatest of all concern now, is it? That isn't the best idea that we can conceive for humankind now, is it? Solar panels is one of them. Wind power is another. Geothermal, water power. All these are self-sustainable because they create no waste. Unfortunately, but there's more secrets involved when it comes to the energy issue. And so once again, I submit to look beyond these concepts, and I submit the idea of all the secret patents that the secret shadow government and the corporate elites and the banking Illuminati families have bought out and suppressed from the public at large. These patents, and there's hundreds of them, that can create free energy, infinite energy, eternal energy, perpetual energy from this universe. There are devices out there and technologies that can extract energy from this infinite eternal universe to run any machine that this world can create. So that solves the energy crisis right there. Free energy, look it up. The patents are there. I demand the release of these advanced technologies from these corporate elite Illuminati banker families. And I also want to lash out again at the politicians who say nothing and do nothing in regards to the truth. And you keep dancing around these twisted concepts. I'm going to assume because you're scared. And if you're scared, you are not a leader. So all of you, Obama, Mitt, you are in danger of losing your jobs, as well as anyone in the corporate elitism and Illuminati banking sector. You are in danger of being arrested and put in prison, or whatever we decide when we vote upon your fate. Thank you very much. So that solves the energy crisis, is the release of these secret technologies that you can look up on the internet. They're there, and you can find the patents at the United States Trademark and Office, patent.gov, official government website. They are there. In fact, if you don't even want to look there, and if they do not want to release them, You could easily find the scientists who've created these cures. You can easily find the names of the scientists that have created these alternative energies. It's nothing more than a quick click on YouTube, and you can even see videos of some of these energies in action all around the world, from actual scientists and from actual basement scientists as well. This is what happens when you tap into the wealth of the public. This is what happens when you stop looking for a leader and a savior for your life and we take the power back. This is what happens when we actually reach into our communities and tap into the wealth of knowledge that exists in each one of your houses and houses that exist in every community. This is what happens when we tap into the wealth of knowledge that every community has to offer, because there's so many people out there at any age that has so much wisdom about things. If we were to form a platform to allow each other to speak and respect each other, we would be able to decipher the solutions to all of the world's problems. So that's going to solve the energy crisis. Once again, it's going to be surrounded around these councils. The community gardens, the foodstuffs, all that can be solved, so no one will go hungry, okay? Poverty. I'm sick of there being ghettos. I'm sick of the hood. I'm sick of ghettos. I'm sick of dilapidation. I'm sick of degradation. I'm sick of crime. I'm sick of the racism that is still involved with dilapidated parts of town. And I'm going to demand that everyone that lives in a dilapidated, degraded state in their community to rise up and to demand and collect and organize. You can do it with these councils. You can do it right now, even without these councils being formed. To organize, to stand up, and to reject the living standard that has been placed upon you. Get out of the ghettos, formulate whatever you got to do, go to the downtown square, and demand a higher living standard. With all the monies that we can collect, we can build new homes, we can put community gardens and new educational centers right in the middle of these ghettos and these slums. We can refurbish the houses. We can do whatever it takes to make everyone as equal as humanly possible. Give everybody free energy technologies, monies, food. We can end all of these issues so that we can start looking at each other and start respecting each other on a civil basis and a sovereign basis. So there's that issue being solved. Is there anything else? Jeez. I'm sick of us having to look towards our politicians who do nothing and say nothing. They are obsolete. Everyone in the media is now obsolete, except for those who are actually speaking out about the truth. And the truth is what I'm talking about. And that's all there is to it. So let's focus on those solutions first. Thank you. And have a good day.